So apparently Shorty is, I guess she's a fashion designer or something like that. And she has been wearing questionable clothing. And here is an image of what she's wearing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Northwest is between the age of 13 and 15, I believe. Somewhere between there. Yeah, at 13. She's 13 years old. Dressed the way that she dressed. She's 13 years old. Dressed the way that she's dressed. So for anybody, let me point out the question. Would you allow your daughter at the age of 13 to dress like this, even if she is a fashion designer, or even if you are allowing her to be a fashion designer? Would you allow your kid to dress this way at the age of 13? Man, they need the hoop and spanks. They need the hoop and spanks. For real. Okay. All right. Bull City said hell no. All right. So before I give my thoughts, there are two clips I want to play. It was part of Fatty's panel in Ilkhan Ali. So I'm gonna play those videos first, and then I'll give my thoughts. All right. So let me go ahead and dive into those real quick. Give me a hot second. Let's start with this one. Here we go.
You should be who your children are influenced by. So if you are teaching them the right ways to go and you're getting solid advice and you teaching them morals and values, that's who they should follow.
Last week on the Untouchables Super Panel.
Parents, you have to be your children's influence. Because when you said, they're following trends, they're influenced by social media, by celebrities. In my opinion, just my opinion, I don't think your children should be influenced by Drake and Cardi B and those people, because that's why you have these young people trying to emulate these celebrities. The mother and father should be who your children look up to. You should be who your children are influenced by. So if you are teaching them the right ways to go and you're giving them good, solid advice and you teaching them morals and values, that's who they should follow. If your kids don't respect you and don't look at you or think that they should listen to you and they don't listen to what you say and they're influenced by everybody else, that's why you get those outcomes too.
And that's the double truth, Ruth.
Catch the full video.
All right, and so let me play this other portion of this as well.
And from the out.
And shout out to Ty, man. Shout out to motherfucking Ty. So she's supposed to be on the panel Tuesday night. So shout out to her. You know what I mean? Listen, bro. We growing over here on the Courtnee Edgar Show. We growing, bro. We growing.
Outside looking in, a lot of people will argue that her mom did a good job. They're all billionaires. They all have a lot of money. They all have this status, but they absolutely have no morals or ethics or values. You understand what I'm saying? They're not raising their children correctly.
Last week on the Untouchables Super Panel.
I think, honestly, she has been letting her daughter dress and express herself and represent herself as way too old and mature for a very long time. And I understand, right, to a certain extent why she does it. Her mom let her do it. Her mom literally produced the sex tape for her. So it's not surprising, unfortunately, that she would also allow her daughter to dress so scandalously at only 12. And like you said, Fatty, it's even, right, like a surprise to some people that she's only 12. because of how she lets her represent herself. That girl looks like she is easily in her early 20s sometimes. I think she had a picture where she was on the back of a yacht with like long hair, like a little bustier shirt. And it's like, she's a kid. 12 is like 6th grade. Can you imagine? And I think they hide behind the fact that they're billionaires and they have all of this money, that it doesn't matter, and it's just self-expression. But all she's doing is setting herself up for a life like Kim Kardashian, when, let's be honest, she's probably just going to end up hating herself, going through all of these different surgeries at a very young age when she doesn't need to try to impress and appease to society and what they think beauty is and how a woman should act, instead of actually teaching her how to be that. But as I stated in the beginning, I think to a certain degree, unfortunately, we cannot fault her, because when you're raised by a mother who does the same things to you, you don't know any better. And from the outside looking in, a lot of people will argue that her mom did a good job. They're all billionaires. They all have a lot of money. They all have this status, but they absolutely have no morals or ethics or values. You understand what I'm saying? They're not raising their children correctly.
Catch the full video only on YouTube.
Okay, so what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about what these two ladies just said? Because here's my thing. We gotta stop dressing our children like they're fucking adults. We gotta stop dressing our children like they're fucking adults. Let kids be kids, dog. They gonna have a long life to be an adult. They got plenty. You only have a finite amount of time to be a kid, to actually enjoy your childhood. And when you actually think about it, your childhood is from 17 and younger. That's only 17 years of your life. 17. So that means you got 60 plus years to be an adult. 60 plus. That's a long time, bro. That's a long time. 60 plus years to be an adult. You're only a kid for a certain amount of time. Allow your kids to be children, man. Allow your kids to enjoy what it's like to just be sporadic, to jump in fucking dirt, to wear goofy ass clothing, to wear those Spider-Man shoes, to wear the fucking bluey dress or the bluey shoes, to wear the Power Ranger shit, to be a fucking kid, dog. One thing I can say about me is I had a great fucking childhood. A great childhood. A childhood that I can look back at today, like, man, I remember the days where, nigga, it was summertime. Man, we would go to the fucking park, have a water balloon fight. Me and all the friends, we would just walk around. Like the shit that we would see on TV today, where you had all the kids, they would just be out doing shit. In the summertime at school, like you get the last day of school, you so excited, like, oh man, I gotta go to school for a while. Bro, oh, it's gonna be so fucking fun. The summertime, dude. Man, I'm gonna be outside every day, all day. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna go to the next neighborhood. We're gonna be outside. We're gonna have water balloon fights. We're gonna go swimming. We're gonna have fucking fun. We're gonna play video games. We're gonna stay up all night. We're gonna drink fucking juices, the goddamn popsicle pops, all of it. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask my mom, can I stay the night over your house tonight? Because I want to play your game. Because I heard you got the new game. So I ain't got it yet because my mom ain't bought it for me yet. But I want to play your game. So look, you ask my mom, because look, my mom like you. So you ask my mom, can I spend the night over there? Because you want me to spend the night. Cool. Baby, I will ask, hey, Miss Denise, can Courtney stay the night over the house? Sure, baby, he can stay the night. Let me ask his dad. Let me ask his dad too. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They want him to stay the night over the house. It's cool. Oh yeah, that's fine. Bet. Bro, it's gonna be so motherfucking fun, bro. I swear, it's gonna be, nigga, you get excited to go spend the night at your friend's house, to go play the fucking video game all night. to just go have fun with friends, to be a fucking kid. You ain't worried about all this extra shit. You're not worried to be honest and fair, nigga. You ain't worrying about girls, nigga. You ain't worried about girls at the age of fucking 10. You may see a girl, she fine. Oh, she fine, but nigga, you ain't really on that, nigga. You trying to play the fucking video game. Nigga, you 12 and 6. Nigga, you ain't really start checking for these fucking hoes until you fucking 14, 15. When you start to smell yourself a little bit. Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? You start to get a little peach fuzz on your face and shit. You know what I mean? You start to get some of that baby weight off of you. You slimming down a little bit, so you feeling yourself a little bit. You probably playing sports or something like that. And now, you know what I'm saying, you see some girls looking at you. Ooh, he cute type shit. So you starting to feel yourself a little bit. Cool. But man, you 10, 12, 13, nigga, you ain't worried about that shit, man. You just trying to have fun with the friends, bro. You ain't worried about that. You ain't trying to just like, come on, man. Y'all gotta let y'all kids be kids. You gotta let your kids be kids. There's no reason this 13-year-old should be dressed like that. I don't give a fuck how much money your mama got. I don't give a fuck who your dad is, who your mom is. I don't give two flying fucks. Your kid should not be like that. She should be dressed like a kid right now. She should not be looking like an adult. She should not be looking like an OnlyFans model right now. She look like a whole OnlyFans model. Shorty look like she about 20-something years old right now. It makes sense. It makes sense why a lot of niggas get caught up. Listen, bro. Are we gonna be real here today? We gonna be honest today? Real conversations, right? No fluff, right? All right, bet. This is why a lot of niggas get caught up and get caught on them sexual offender cases or them sex with a minor cases. Dealing with the minor. Tell me Shorty don't look like she about 20. Dressed the way that she dressed. Tell me she ain't dressed like a thought pocket right now. Let's be honest, bro. Her mom dressed like a thigh too. Let me see. We say the ladies were not off. We don't let our daughters on social media oppose her. We send her back in her room to change often. Yes, exactly, as you should. That's exactly how our sleepover hustle would go with parents. That's what I'm saying, bro. The sleepover hustle was crazy. Because you can't ask all the time because then your parents gonna be like, why are you trying to go over there? Like, who told you that you can go over there? Who said that? Like, nah, bro, I need you to go ask. So that way in their head, they're gonna be like, okay, they want him to come over. He wasn't the one that asked them, can he stay the night? So, you know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. If he wanted to stay the night at my house, I have to go ask his mom. Like, hey, is it okay if it's okay if he stay the night tonight? You know what I'm saying? Cool, you don't want to kick it with the friends or whatnot. All right, that's okay. That's fine. Bad. So we just had to play the game like that. If it's the cuss, not appropriate for a child that it's not appropriate for the child that age at all. She should not be coming out in public like that. I get it. I guess she's a fashion designer or something like that, and she wants her daughter to be expressive. That's cool. Be expressive, but do that shit in the house, not in the cameras. You only do that shit in the house. If you want to be expressive, you want to model your clothes that you're wearing, you want to model the clothes that you're making, cool. Do it in the house. That's it. But take it off immediately. Put it on, see how it looks, take it off immediately. And to be honest with you, the type of person I am, I'm like, nah, don't even put it on. If you're going to make it for somebody that's an adult and that's going to be out there in the public. That ain't for you. You a kid. And to take it even further, I might even be a little bit more strict or maybe a little bit more out of pocket. I don't need you making them type of clothes. I need you making age-appropriate clothing. If you're going to make clothes for people your age. Exactly, DSM. Make clothes for kids your age. You're a trendsetter. You as a kid, you're a trendsetter, right? You claim to be a trendsetter, right? So therefore, why don't you make clothing for kids that are your age? Make it hip, make it dope. Since you're a trendsetter, why are you out here dressing like an OnlyFans model? Blue hair ponytails. You got the fucking collar shit on your neck. You got the chest meat hugged up on you like this. That's basically a corset that you got on. You got a tutu on, basically, with these big ass emo boots showing all leg, and this blue hair, thigh pocket. That's what I see. I see thigh pocket. I don't see an innocent little girl. I don't see none of that. I see a thigh pocket. You feel me? Turtlenecks and long skirt, nigga. You damn near Mormon over here. Long dress, them hoes better be ankle length. You hear me? Ankle length. I don't want to see no clavicle. I don't want to see nothing. I barely want to see your wrist. You better stop playing with me. You better cover it up. Cover it up now. This is insane. Then look at the mama. She ain't no better. The mom ain't no better. Look how she dressed. But she an adult. But you shouldn't be dressed like that. That's basically lingerie that she got on. That's basically lingerie that Kim Kardashian got on. Shorty, but you know what's crazy? Shorty basically started the wave of OnlyFans. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kim Kardashian started the wave of OnlyFans. And believe it or not, she started that wave. Even though she started the wave. Now, some people may have already been doing it. I know some people been doing it before. Some people was already getting plastic surgery and all that. But no, she made it hot. She made it a thing. She made it to where people were like, you know what? I need to get my shit together too. I need to get the slim waist, get my butt done, all that shit. She became, when she did that shit with Ray J, and she became famous. Because people knew who Kim was, but they didn't know who Kim was until the Ray J shit. After that, nigga, she marketed that shit effectively, and nigga, she became rich off of it. She leveraged that shit. She leveraged it. She used that for her advantage. And every other woman after her, you know what? I'm going to take a play out of Kim Kardashian's book. She started the wave of that shit. And so this goes, but again, this goes back to the conversation that we always have, right? Mothers raising the kids versus fathers raising the kids. Right? Her mom put that shit out, right? Yeah. They marketed her effectively. They say, you know what? Instead of looking at this as a negative, let's look at this as a positive. You're a Kardashian. Everybody's gonna talk about you. Why not use this to leverage yourself to make more money? Ooh, let's start a series. Let's start the Kardashians. Boom. Why not? Yeah, I agree with that. And so let's look at it though. Let's look at what everybody always talk about when they talk about mothers raising children by themselves versus the fathers, right? When Kanye West was in the house, now regardless, now we're not talking about how crazy Kanye West is, or we're not talking about him going overboard. Look at how when Kanye West was in the house, look at how North West was dressing when Kanye was in the house. When Kanye was in the house, right? When Kanye is not in the house, look at how she dresses. This is a clear example of what it's like to be raised by a single mother. And then to add fuel to the fire, your mother is a thought pocket on top of that. A rich thought pocket. A billionaire thought pocket. So when you see that, this is a prime example. Because she was not dressing like that when Kanye West was in the household. She was dressing like a big, wearing baggy jeans, baggy shirts. You weren't seeing none of this. You weren't seeing none of this. Now Kanye ain't in the house no more. Look how she dressing. And Kanye West still talking about, like, I don't want my daughter dressing like that. Y'all got my daughter dressing like a hoe. But then what other people try to do is they'll try to use the fact that Kanye West is dating a chick that's naked and, oh, that's a hypocritical. Listen, bro, that nigga a grown-ass man. And that woman is a grown-ass woman. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do. If she decided that, you know what? Because my man said I need to walk around naked, I'm going to do it. She don't have to be there. He didn't put a gun to her head and told her, look, you need to be here and you need to be naked walking around me. He didn't say that. She with it. Does it make it right? No. But that's grown shit. That's grown people shit. It's kind of like how our parents used to say, hey, listen, bro, grown folk, this is grown folk business. Stay in the child's place. You stay over there. Don't worry about what's going on. Do as I say, not as you're told. Do as I say, not as I do. Even though I still think that's a kind of crazy ass phrase, but that's what it is. Don't worry about what I going on. I'm a grown ass man, and this a grown ass woman. You a little kid. You're a 13-year-old kid. Don't worry about what she's doing. You can't do what she do. Stay in your place, and that's a kid's place. You don't need to be dressing like a thought pocket right now. So that's the difference. So matter of fact, let me show you something. Hold on. Look at the difference. Now, even though this is a little questionable, shoulders out like that is a little questionable. I'm not 100% fond of it, but I can see the difference. Yeah, exactly. Yes. But the difference is you don't see Blue Ivy out in the streets like that on a regular basis. She out here grinding with her mama, right? Look at the difference between the two. And that's what I'm saying, DSM. It's a little fast. It's a little fast. It's a little bit too much showing up. It's a little bit too much skin showing up here. Cover it up a little bit more. All everything around the shoulder, clavicle area, cover it up. You a kid, cover it up. You should have that out. Because how old is Blue Ivy? Blue Ivy is 13, right? 12, 13. Both of them around the same age. You should be covered up at the age of 13. I don't give a fuck if you are Hollywood. Cover it up. But if I had to choose, I'm taking this over this. Everything is wrong with this outfit. Everything. I just got one nitpick off of this, and it's just this area right here. Cover it up. This, the boobs, get rid of it. Well, I mean, if you got pants on, no, still get rid of it. Get rid of the boots. Wear some regular shoes. Tutu, get rid of it. Put some pants on. Corset, take it off. Put a shirt on. This shit that you got on your neck, take it off. You don't need it. Blue hair, no. Natural color hair. Your hair. That's what we do. we're not doing all this extra shit that you got going on. No, ma'am. Take it back, burn it. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please advise. Throw the whole goddamn outfit away. And the hair too. So, but at the end of the day, but this is why I said this is what having a father in the household is like versus not having a father in the household is like. Two different. Because at least here she looks like she has standards in her life. They got standards on her. She has a standard. This one, nah, fam. She talked back to her mama. She's a shut up, mom. That's stupid, mom. She talked back. We seen it before. She talked back to Kim. Kim allowed the shit. No, sir. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You lying to me.